thought pink polos would hurt the ride. Before Cam got the shit to pop, the doors is closed. I felt like bad boy street.
Hey y'all, it's me, SlayedBy Jordan, and today I'm going to show you guys how I got this gray hair color and how I slayed this wig. This hair is provided by Westkiss Hair. Inside your packaging, you will receive 2 brown wig caps, your frontal, and your 3 bundles. They sent me over 613 curly texture, 2 bundles of 24-inch, 1 22-inch bundle, and a 20-inch frontal. The frontal came pre-plucked, and this is a transparent lace. The hair was soft, fresh out the pack. It didn't have any weird smells or anything. So now I went ahead and made this into a custom frontal unit. And now we're about to get ready to color. So first, being that this is 613 hair, it has a yellow tone to it, and we want to get rid of that because gray does not have any yellow tones in it. So what we're going to do, we're going to fill up our bucket with hot water to the point that I showed you, and we're going to take our shimmer lights, we're going to take a few drops, and we're going to add some more, and we're just going to mix that in, and you're just going to dip your wig in and out. Now I did this method versus just putting the shimmer lights in my hand because once again, shimmer lights is very pigmented, so if you put a lot in one space, even if it's just for 1 second, it will stain the hair lavender, and that's not what I want. I don't want a lavender based gray, I want a blue based gray. So I decided to do kind of like the watercolor method, but it's really just like water shampoo. So yeah, and I'm going to do this process twice until I get as much yellow out as I possibly can. And also I'm going to let it sit in the water for about 5 minutes. So be patient with this process because if you want it to turn out right, you have to be patient. As you can see, after that second round of putting the hair in the hot water with the shimmer lights, we got a good amount of yellow out, and that is exactly what we need. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to wring out the hair, and then we're going to pour out the excess water. Then we're going to fill our bucket up again with a fresh set of hot water. Now for this gray hair color today, we'll be using black dye, and I wanted to get a black dye that has a blue base, so I chose Adora Blue Black, and we're literally just going to put a few drops in the water. You do not want to add a lot because you do not want black hair, we want gray hair, so just add a few drops. And we're going to mix that together real well. Make sure you mix it well because you don't want splotches in your hair. And we're going to dip the wig in. Now after this first try, it won't be good enough for me, so I will be doing this process again. But just keep dipping the hair in and out and build your color up. Do not put a lot of dye in there first and then it's too dark for you. You want to make sure you just take your time. As you can see, after this first round, I still have some pieces that are definitely still blonde and not gray, so we'll be definitely dipping it again. Now this time I'm going to add a few more drops than the first time, but it's just still a few drops. You do not want to add a lot because your hair will turn black now, and it's hard to go back light from a darker color, so just be careful. So I'm going to mix that together well. Make sure you mix it together real good. You don't want any like clumps in your water at all. And now we're going to dip it back in there again. I'm going to dip the parts that were blonde first in there first. And then we're going to submerge the whole wig in there. And as you can see, when it comes out, it's going to be the perfect smoke gray color. But I am going to let it sit in the color for about a good 5 minutes just so it can soak up all the color. And as you can see, that color is a perfect smoke gray. And isn't it crazy that you can get gray hair from a black hair dye? It's crazy, right? So what we're going to do now is just rinse that out with some warm water. And then we're going to take our Tresemme Smooth and Silky Conditioner. And we're going to put that on the hair just to define those curls again and give it some moisture. And after that, I'll show you how the wig looks after. And I did not pluck this wig or bleach the knots. This frontal came pre-plucked. I didn't pluck anything whatsoever, and it was perfect. And as you can see, that color is popping. Y'all, I love 613 curly hair. It's literally my favorite texture at the moment because I just love curly deep wave hair anyway. But when they came out with the 613 version of it, it was like, period. Like, I love it. So my client, Baby Fendi, what we're doing now is just applying the makeup to her cap that closely matches her skin. We will also put that same makeup on the frontal, and then we'll go over that with freeze spray. And then we're going to proceed to cut her cap off. Now we're going to clean and protect our hairline using our Boho Skin Protect and 91% alcohol. Make sure you do this thoroughly or your wig will not stick. Now you're going to position the wig on your client's head exactly where you want it to lay. Get your client to help you hold it in place. Then we're going to go ahead and sew down the sides and the back, and then we're going to peel that frontal back and get ready to glue. Y'all already know boho active, 3 layers, and then we're gonna dot it along the stocking cap, and then we're gonna smooth it back using our popsicle stick. In future videos, I will be trying different glues. Like I've used multiple glues in the past. Like I've used B&B, I've used Walker tape, I've used Ghost Bond, I've used the regular boho, and I've used the active. But the active is my favorite because it dries the quickest and it lasts the longest. After that third layer dries, you want to go ahead and lay your lace down right then and there. Do not wait. And you're going to use the back end of your comb to smooth it down in place. And you can get your client to help you hold the sides down right before the glue so we can blow dry it into place. Now we're going to tie this down with our SlayedBy Jordan silk wrap, and we're going to sit her up under a dryer for about 10 minutes on high. She is now back from the dryer, so we're going to take our wrap off, and then we're going to hot comb her hair back just so we can see exactly what is glued down and what is not. And we're going to make 3 slits in the frontal, and we're going to cut it off in 4 different sections just for better control. And we're going to do this using our eyebrow razor and our shears to help clean it up. So now we're going to give the frontal a good press just to make sure everything is sticking to that skin. And I'm going to go ahead and cover her last track using the piece of the frontal. And we're going to use our Care wax stick and our hot comb to smooth it down in place. And we'll also use our Care wax stick and our hot comb to define her middle part. So now it's time to do her baby hairs because we love baby hairs with curly hair. It's a wave, just join it, period. So we're going to do now, like I said, once again, we're going to take a thin roll of the hair across the front hairline and we're going to cut it down using our shears. And then we're going to swoop them into place using our Nairobi mousse. Now we're going to tie that down tight, because if you do not, your lace will lift. You need to make sure you tie this down tight. So just in case if your lace did lift during this process, that it secures back down. And she was sit up on the dryer for about 20 to 25 minutes and longer if needed. You want this whole frontal dry. Do not take your client up on the dryer if it's not dry, because your lace can possibly lift or your baby hairs won't be secure in place. And also, before I put her under the dryer, I went ahead and put some more mousse over the top of her head, just to control flyaways and just to set that hair into place. And now she's back from the dryer, so we're going to peel off her wrap, and then we're going to take our Fantasia Frizz Buster serum, and we're going to put that across the front, not the baby hairs, but behind the baby hairs. And we're going to take our hot comb and smooth that back, and then we're going to start combing out the baby hairs just to give them a more natural look. And we may even pluck some if they're too thick. And once we get them where we want to, we're going to take some hairspray just to secure them in place, because with the mousse method, they are going to be real soft. And you still kind of want some control to them, but hey, whatever floats your boat. And we're going to do this to both sides of the frontal. And as you can see, after it's done, that lace is laid, honey. And now we're going to define those curls using our Cream of Nature foam mousse. You're going to generously pump this all over the hair. And then you're going to take a paddle brush and start from the bottom and work your way to the top. You're going to brush out all the hair. And then you're going to scrunch it up to start defining those curls. Now we're going to take our Beyond the Zone, turn up the heat spray to give the hair a beautiful shine and a wonderful smell. And once again, this is westkiss 613 deep wave hair, 2 24-inch bundles, 1 22-inch bundle, and a 20-inch frontal, custom colored, custom made by me, Slayed by Jordan, period. I thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.